Nidhin sir, can we start, sir? Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to respected principal, resource person, dean, HODs, teachers, and fellow mates. I feel a great pleasure to welcome all of you on this morning for the expert talk on My Story, motivational session by successful entrepreneur organized by Department of Biotechnology, Electronics and Communication Engineering, and Mechanical Engineering, the Oxford College of Engineering, in association with Institutions Innovation Council (IIC). Our resource person for the day is Dr. Nidhin Sreekumar, Director and Chief Research Scientist, ACCUBITS Invent. Sir has completed his postgraduate studies with MHRD Scholarship GATE in Energy Engineering from the prestigious NIT Trichy with a research project in bioengineering in collaboration with CSIR, National Institute of Interdisciplinary Science and Technology, NIIST, Trivandrum. He joined his alma mater, Sri Chitra Tirumala College of Engineering, as a faculty in biotechnology. He went on to pursue his doctoral research with MHRD scholarship at NIT Calicut in the area of bioenergy production from wastewater in collaboration with ex-chairman of Kerala State Pollution Control Board and CSIR NIIST. Sir was also involved with an agro-based startup as its research head, in charge of design and establishment of research and production unit. After completing the doctoral research, he went back to Tamil Nadu as an associate professor in Department of Biotechnology. During this period, he undertook various industrial consultancy works. He has 9 plus years of research experience and has many peer-reviewed publications in various areas like bioprocess, non-conventional energy resources, biomedical, healthcare, and environmental engineering. Now, I request our resource person, Dr. Nidhin Sreekumar, to address the gathering.
Thank you, everyone, and a warm good morning to everyone. So, on the outset, let me just thank Dr. Indu for providing this opportunity to interact with all of you. I'm guessing I'm audible, right? Hello? Am I audible? Yeah. The voice is not audible. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible or is there any issue? Hello? Hello?
You're audible, sir.
Okay, I'm audible. Okay, fine. Thank you for confirming that. Like I was checking all the settings. Okay. So yeah, so this I'm going to talk about ACCUBITS Invent as well as the journey so far. Okay, so the brief introduction that was given was actually till my academia life. So I think the person who have given the introduction has done a pretty good job of introducing pretty nicely. So as I can feel each and every one of you, because like I was also on the other side of the table, some maybe like 13, 14 years back. Okay. So during that time, it was, I did not even imagine in my wildest dream that I'd be like starting something of my own, like creating some products, generating some value to the society and things like that. So just like each and every one of you, I was also enjoying my college days. Then due to peer pressure and uh, pressure from my family, I did my higher studies of post graduation. Then I thought like I'll go into tech, but again, faith had other ideas in hand. So like I went back to my alma mater, and I had the wonderful opportunity of uh, teaching in the same place I started my engineering journey. So then after maybe a brief time of uh, like serving at my alma mater, I went ahead and pursued my doctoral studies. And during that time, uh, this sort of idea struck me. So once I had the opportunity to interact with really energetic people, um, really interested students and all. So we had a small idea of like starting a small manufacturing unit of our own for bioproducts. So since I was also from the biotechnology background, and my master's and my training was on bioprocess engineering. And I was really interested in design of fermenters and design of vessels and all. So this particular startup was into producing biofertilizers. So how many of you know what a biofertilizer is? Uh, Dr. Nindu, can it be an interactive session, or is it going to be a one-way communication? If you have a mic, you can just pass it along so that if anybody wants to ask anything, you can.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. So now you can get an interactive session.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that. Because like I'm fed up with like small meetings and all, where one person will be talking and the other 6 or 7 people will be completely listening to it. So I just want more interaction, because I miss the academy after coming to an industry. It's somewhat difficult to get hold of a group of people. Okay, so as I was saying, we started off a small manufacturing entity for biofertilizers. So it was in the state of Kerala, the place where I am from, in the city of Trivandrum itself. So we had a lot of micro businesses over here. It's not a very big farms or anything like that. So we targeted specific niche market. So this is basically for people who are interested in starting a small what to say, household farms or terrace farming, things like that. So we started off pretty small. We had a small team of about 3 people, and we fabricated our own reactors during the downtime. We had a one person will be taking care of the marketing, and the other person will be taking care of the what to say, the production process and all. So it was a really small team. The small team is really wonderful. So we kind of enjoyed it. Then, due to certain issues and uh, like time availability, I had to jump out of because like once I was on my second year of PhD, things were out of hand. So I could not manage all the time together. So I like purposefully stepped down from the like team head position, and I went ahead to complete my PhD. After which I was on an advisory. Like once the whole setup was up and running, we just need to give two troubleshootings and overall process can run on its own. So that's how the whole my first venture went. After which again, I was kind of jumping around. So once I completed my PhD, I wanted to go back to academia. Then I joined back my alma mater. After which I joined another university as an associate professor. Then during that time, I was taking up a lot of consultancy activities. So uh, in 2018, I did about 7 or 8 consultancy projects. One of the consultancy project was related to the company where I'm, or the investors of the company where I'm working right now. So these people wanted a specific product idea to be tested out. So I provided the technical backing for that concept. And based on that experience, we thought of, okay, fine, let's start off spin up a research and development team and register it as a startup. So we started off in 2019 uh, to create something unique called as ACCUBITS Invent. So Invent was a what to say, kind of like a brainchild of multiple people together. So I'm currently heading ACCUBITS Invent as its director and one of the co-founders. From there, I have been focused completely on ACCUBITS Invent. So I'll give you a brief of what ACCUBITS Invent is, so that you understand the journey a bit better. So may I share my screen? Is it visible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So ACCUBITS Invent is a privately funded research and product development company. So what we do is basically we completely work on interdisciplinary research. So we do not have any sort of government fundings or grants per se as of yet. It's a completely privately funded R&D entity. We are a registered recognized research company from the government of India as well as from Kerala Startup Mission. So what we do is we try to develop concepts which can be converted into products. So it's called as translational research. So we do not undertake any sort of basic research activities. The entirety of the R&D activities that we are undertaking is on translational research side only. So it's kind of like the catchphrase of Google Scholar. We try to stand on the shoulders of giants. So we take up the basic science research, which was done by researchers from all across the world. and we try to convert it into a product. So that product development phase is what we undertake. And we also have in-house projects which are taking up a lot of our time. So these are the 4 teams that we currently have. So we have a bioinformatics team who is completely focused on in silico activities. We do have a nanotechnology team who is focusing on the particular flagship project that we are working on. Then we have molecular biology as well as organic chemistry team also. So we have a lot of projects in our X-axis. We have about 19 active research projects ongoing. We have published more than 20 research articles. We have multiple research collaborations with a lot of universities, research institutes, etc. And the current team strength of ACCUBITS Invent is about 50, of which we have about 7 postdoctoral researchers, and the rest of them are post or master's researchers or postgraduate researchers. And we also have multiple patents in our mix. We have 1 international patent as well as we have 2 Indian patents. So that is our business model. We convert the technology or we convert the technical know-how into a patent, and this patent will be given to any large-scale industry or a contract manufacturing organization to develop it as a product. So the product development phase is what we do. So we consider ourselves as a think tank. So if there is a problem, we take up that problem, we try to find solutions for that problem, and we wrap it up in a detailed protocol, statement, and the product portfolio, and we supply to our clients. So this is how we operate. Okay. So is there any doubts or questions that you have so far? I want it to be an interactive session, otherwise it's going to be kind of like a radio. Any questions? It can be anything. It can be. So this is kind of like an like I was told that it was going to be an inspirational or a motivational talk or something like that. But if there is no response from your side, then there is no value giving happening over here. So I'll be really happy if you have any sort of questions. Okay, let's move forward. If you have any questions, feel free to stop me at any point of time. So I'll give you a glimpse of what our teams do, and I'll give you a glimpse of one of our flagship products as well. So we have a nanotechnology team, which is the largest team right now. We work on multiple products. One of the patented product that we are working on is the development of sensors. So we undertake sensor development for different applications. So we have about 3 clients for this particular project alone, including Cipla Pharmaceuticals. So for Cipla, we are developing a breath analyzer, and there are other companies for development of sensors for plant applications. So then the nanotech team is undertaking synthesis of nanoparticles, 3D printing of substrates, lab on a chip concept, and things like that as well. So then we have a molecular biology team. The team is quite small right now because, as you all understand, we work on genetic engineering, where we specifically work on CRISPR and development of a GNN-based AI algorithm for in silico biomolecular studies. So it's kind of like multiple projects. So all of our projects as ACCUBITS Invent are interdisciplinary. So even if we are having different teams for one particular project, people from multiple technical background will be working together. So that is how we try to bring about the multidisciplinary approach. So what we found so far is like when you have people with different background, it is easy to solve problems. So because like each and every person will be able to contribute in a different manner. So we have currently from our molecular biology team, we have gene editing capabilities for prokaryotes and eukaryotes, and we are trying to establish a cell culture facility of our own because like these things will take time. So this is our like capabilities with regard to molecular biology. And organic chemistry is another team which is performing really well. So we undertake synthesis. We generate peptides. We generate small molecules, organic nanoparticles. We also undertake prototyping of products from a chemistry perspective. Then we also do phytochemistry as well as nutraceutical-based research. Then informatics team, which is one of the most high performing teams, I should say, because they we have a very good in silico capability. So we have multiple servers in our mix. We have a lot of computational power in our disposal. So we do take up genomics, proteomics, and other modeling related activities. We participated in the COVID-19's. So recently, during this pandemic, the government of India, the Principal Scientific Advisors Office, floated a um, drug discovery hackathon. So I'm proud to say that we were one of the finalists from the whole country. So at that point of time, our bioinformatics team was really small, and our informatics team was one of the first teams which got established. So we competed against giant institutes like CSR Labs, um, like ICMR institutes, and other central universities. And we were one of the 8 finalists selected, and we took up about 4 problem statements, and we got selected for 3 in the finals. So that is the technical capability of informatics team. Then let me introduce one of our flagship products that we have generated. So this particular product is patented, and we have applied it for international patent in multiple countries as well. So I'll give you a gist of what it is. Volatiles are something which are released from any living organism. So be it any like plant cells or animal cells or even microorganisms, volatiles are being released. So volatilomics is one field of study where, based on the release of volatiles, we are able to understand the physiological state of a biological system. So we are trying to explore that area. So this particular sensor, so this is one of the base stories where we started off. So we wanted to understand the chemical signals or chemical language of biology. So the easiest method is to understand the chemical signals. So we can cut open a cell and understand its working. That's a destructive step. But if you want to understand or have a proper communication with biological realm, we need to understand it from a non-destructive method. So that's where this volatile detection comes into play. So we try to detect individual volatiles with very high sensitivity and selectivity, so that we'll be able to map out all the volatiles which are being released, at different individual concentration levels as well. So the advantage of that is once we understand the fingerprint volatiles, we'll be able to predict. That's where our AI counterpart comes into play. So ACCUBITS is actually a tech company, which is our one of our major funder or investor, I should say. So we have AI capabilities. So we have our own large language model, and we have our own algorithms which are developed from scratch using our uh, own generated data. So this particular AI algorithm will be able to predict the physiological state of each and every system which we are trying to detect. That is the overall gist of the project track. So the concept is that we'll be able to identify different physiological state changes of any biosystem. So to put it into perspective, we are able to detect multiple volatiles with very high sensitivity and sensitivity with a very short area. So currently, we have not started. We have not even started miniaturization. So the first step with the base level of miniaturization itself, we only require 1 square centimeter of sensor, which would be able to detect about 100 volatiles. So to put it into perspective, so it's array kind of setup. We have 1 millimeter square area for dedicated for one individual volatile. So it's going to be an array of 100 individual sensors. The total array is going to take up only 1 square centimeter. That's the miniaturization that we have currently achieved. And the cost of product is really low. 1 square centimeter of sensor is going to cost only about 40 Indian rupees. And we currently have a huge database of this is like old data. So we currently have a database of about 1,000 plus human VOCs and 800 plant VOCs. So this VOC database is actually the treasure trove which we are working on. So this database is actually what is training the AI algorithm so that it becomes better and better over time. So currently we have a sensitivity range of about 9 ppb, and we are trying to pull it all the way down to parts per trillion level. And detection speed is lesser than 5 seconds. So currently we have achieved about 1.2 seconds. And our AI algorithm is doing really well. Applications of this particular product is where our stronghold is. So we are able to detect like this is just a stick of like basic application which came to my mind. Uh, Volatile, based on volatiles, we can find out n number of applications. We are finding out new and new applications on a day-to-day basis. So there are ideas coming up on a day-to-day basis itself for different applications. So one of the ideas that we initially had was on monitoring of perishables. So fruits, vegetables, packed food, meat, fish items, anything, be it refrigerated, be it adulterated, anything, we'll be able to identify the level of adulteration, the period from which it started to its decay process. So every material, once it is removed from its base environment, it is going to start its decay process, and we'll be able to like or with a very high accuracy say that okay, this particular food was like 7 days before today. So and it will be staying fresh for maybe like another 3 to 4 days. Imagine the possibilities of that. Then on another application level is detection of plant stress, both abiotic and biotic stress. So this is one of the application levels that we're working on. So we are actually working on currently with the client project running on cardamom. So there are a lot of diseases which cardamom. Cardamom being a cash crop, the loss is actually pretty huge. So if we are able to identify before any of the symptoms are showing up. We'll be able to control the disease, onset of disease. That is one application. We also can use the product on air quality monitoring. We can detect pheromones. Uh, we can identify plant microbiome interactions. We can also identify human microbiome interactions. That is where we work on different projects. So these are some of the applications that we are working on. Specific healthcare application. One key client that we are having is for Cipla, we are generating a breathalyzer. Wherein we will be identifying a unique VOC fingerprint from the exhaled breath, where using that data, we will be able to predict the disease condition. The extent of disease condition, the onset of disease condition, and it can be used as an early diagnosis or a screening method. I'm not going to claim that it's going to be a gold standard, but it needs working. Only we can use it as a screening methodology. So another application that we are working on is wearable integration. So due to the small size, this particular sensor can be integrated into smart wearables to provide continuous monitoring. So okay, I guess most of you are already using smartwatches, right? So your smartwatches are usually packed with sensors. So it usually have like optical sensors for detection of blood flow rate. It will have sensors for detection of dissolved oxygen level in your bloodstream. Then like if you're having an Apple device, it's having an algorithm which can predict um, heart rhythms and its disorders. So all these things are already in existence. So imagine all these technologies are actually using simple concepts. Like it's an optical sensor. It's a pretty simple sensor. The value that it is going to give is actually huge. So there is no idea which is small. So even the simplest of the ideas can create a huge impact. So imagine such a technology being integrated into a smart device so that it will give out constant, what to say, state, your physiological state continuously monitored. So that even before you start to have any symptoms, say for example, if you're having a cough, so even before you are having a cough, you'll be giving, I mean, you can be given an alert stating that okay, you are in an allergen-rich environment. This is going to give you a like a problem if you are overexposed. So people with pollen allergies, people with allergic responses to certain environmental pollutants, all these people will be having a kind of like a protective bubble around your body. That's the concept that we are working on. Okay, so this might not be interesting to you guys. So we also undertake a lot of services for different teams. We undertake sequence analysis. We have a lot of downtime between our experimentations. So we try to utilize that for the benefit of the research community. We undertake contract manufacturing of small or high value products like nanoparticles in small quantity. So we do not cater to any sort of industry for our manufacturing right now. We only cater to research community because like it is one way of giving back to the community where we take a lot of information from. So these are our services that we offer. This might be useful for people who are into research, people who are working on specific research projects and things like that. And we provide research assistance, we provide consultancy services and professional research services. We are open for product idea discussions. Like we support startups, people who are having ideas, so and do not have like a way to materialize that idea. we are here to provide assistance or provide support for that as well. Because like startups from biotech area is really, really small. Like we can find maybe like 99% of startups are from tech side, and very, very small fraction of startups only are from bio background. So we tend or we want to change that mixture. So that's why we started off this particular like system called as research assistance, wherein we provide like pathways. If you have an idea, you have a problem, and you have a solution. So if you do not have a solution to a problem, that's a different story altogether. If you have an idea, we'll help you to materialize that idea. We'll give you all the support. We'll give you what to do. We can have detailed discussions on how to move forward. So this is a purely like entrepreneurial development kind of thing that we do. So we currently provide support for maybe like 3 small entities, wherein we provide technical guidance to people who are really interested in taking things to the next level. So this is the team that we are currently having. So this is just a small group. I think some are from the team right now. Okay, so that's all about we are currently situated in Bio 360 Life Sciences Park. It's about a 4,500 square feet pure research lab. So we do all sort of tinkering, testing out all these areas over here. So that's about ACCUBITS Invent and my journey so far. So this is somewhat this is going to be somewhat different from the other usual entrepreneurial journey. We are focused purely on research. So this is slightly different than your everyday startups and things like that. Yeah, so that is pretty much it from my end. If you have any questions, I'm open to discussions. And I thank Dr. Nintu for providing this opportunity. And now it is all up to you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Anybody has any queries regarding startup entrepreneurship or anything related to biotechnology, higher studies? Or if you want to ask anything about your internship, anybody?
Come on, guys. This is a unique opportunity. I'm guessing all of you are from final year.
What?
Is everybody over here from final year?
Final years and third semester. 7th and third semester.
7th and 3rd semester. Okay. So, what is your future plan? At least.
Future plans, 7th semester, post USN 24. 24. Shannon. Get up. What is your future plan then? Being a final year student, what is your future plan? What kind of job you should be specific? Stand up properly. What is your future plan? What kind of job you are looking for? Still have no clue. Third semester, annual future plans. Higher studies.
Higher
You
studies.
can ask in higher studies. He has done BTech, MTech, PhD, all from reputed institutes.
Sorry, I could not hear that. Okay. Need to pinpoint each and everyone. So no issues, Dr. Nidhin. The thing is, like, you should have interactions. You should at least have an interaction with your seniors, so that you get an idea of what the market is right now. So even if you are going to higher studies, what is your ultimate goal? You should have a vision in your mind. Um, I'm frankly saying that I did not have a idea during my college days to do so and so things. But if you start early, if you have an idea which you can materialize or which you want to materialize, this is the right time, because after some time, the most valuable resource is going to be time. Okay, so whatever thing that you are going to have, you are going to be in short of time. So I'll ask each and every one of you to at least have an interaction with your seniors who are out in the world right now. People who are in a classroom are actually really protected. So you will not have any sort of external understanding of how the job market is, or what you need to do. Or see, higher studies is again an interesting area. So you should select your higher studies based on what you want to do. Okay, so I'll say frankly that one of the co-founders we have at ACCUBITS is a college dropout. Okay, so he does not even have a bachelor's degree. It does not matter so long as you have a vision. Okay, so again, so if you want to pursue a career in research, higher studies, or it's not about a degree, it's about your training. So if you do a master's degree or a research degree, what you are gaining is basically an experience on how to do research. See, I'll tell you, as it was introduced, I'm having a training in biotechnology. Then I went ahead into bioenergy. Then currently I'm working on sensor technology. Okay, so all these are completely unrelated things. Okay, but again, since I'm having different training in different domains, it is easier for you to learn new things, and you'll be able to identify niche areas where you can put uh, your training into. I'm working on material science, which is completely different than what I studied in my bachelor's or even my master's. So learning new things is something which you have to keep your mind open to. So I totally understand that some of you guys are already feeling that, okay, when I'm completing my BTech, I'm not going to touch any book in my life ever again. So that's not how you can progress in life. So even if you are going into a tech, so I can vouch for that, because like I'm also in the directed board of a technology company. So I can say that people who are working with us have to be updated on a daily basis, because technology world is changing like anything. So if you're saying that, okay, I understand, I know HTML coding, I'm not going to learn anything new. I'm going to be a HTML coder. You will not get a job. It's very difficult. So, but people who are actually continuously learning. So if you are an HTML coder, okay, fine. If you understand CSS, fine. Go to the next step, JSON. Go to the next step, how you can automatically code things. So you have to be completely updated on a day-to-day basis. it can be any area. If you don't want to work in biotechnology, it is fine. But ultimately, your education has to mean something. So that is where you'll have to put your effort into. So you can find new areas where you are really interested in. There may be people who are really interested in logical coding. There are people who are really interested in mathematics. So you can get into that area. So it does not your basically is not to stop you from exploring. Your degree is just going to be a screening methodology, wherein an employer is going to be requiring a specific skill set. That's where your degree comes into play. If you are going to do something of your own, all these things does not matter. So my simple suggestion is for you, each and every one of you, is to interact with your seniors, get as much as exposure that you can get, uh, gather as much as information as possible. So that is the only way to move forward, because otherwise you will be left alone. So if you have any questions, you can either ask right now for that.
Good morning, sir.
I think obviously, sorry, sorry.
Are there any requirements are opening in your company in the field of bioinformatics,
Really good question. So as I was mentioning, we are an R&D entity. So we look for like a specific skill set. Currently, we work on multiple product ideas. So we might start expanding from 2024. So there might be openings in the next year in ACCUBITS England. But for the next 2 or 3 months, there might not be any openings. As a job, so you can approach us for internships. That's a different story.
how many months internship you are providing?
Oh yeah, that is completely flexible. So we have not fixed any timelines for internships. So you can actually visit our website. We have given a detailed brochures and things like that in our website. So currently we offer internships as short as a week to as long as maybe like 3 to 4 months also. Again, it depends on our availability. So we do a 6 months planning on a semi-annual basis. So based on each and every review cycle, we'll float internships opportunities. So currently we can take up maybe like till March, we can take up 2 months or 3 months internships at the max.
Anybody has any other doubt? Yes or no? No? Hi, sir. So
Hi.
apart from the sector, industrial sector, pharmacy sector, apart from that, is there any emerging sector for biotechnology students? And we are still in third sem, and then we finish our 8th sem. So will there be any emerging sectors?
Yeah. So again, may I know your name? Okay. So thank you for that. Emerging. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you. So to answer your question, biotechnology and experimental research is one area. You can sit down. Is one area where it is going to be future proof. So experiments and actual hardcore research is something which is not going to be taken up by AI really soon. It's not going to be taken up by AI. So emerging areas is one. There are a lot of emerging areas in biotechnology. It is going to start all the way from drug discovery. So healthcare is one area. Specifically to say, I don't know your curriculum, but still immunotherapies is one area which is going to revolutionize. Then genetic modifications is one area which is going to blow up. Okay. So if you are having a training on genetic modifications, that is one area that is definitely going to be expanding like anything. Then another area on biotechnology front is bioprocessing. So synthesis of biologically compatible materials. Then what else? Yeah, then AI integration into experimental data is one area. If you are interested in, say, utilizing artificial intelligence, that is one area. If you are, the job is not going to be vanished. So people are going to be replaced by people who know AI. It is not the other way around. AI is just going to be a support system. It is not going to completely take up all the jobs. So there is going to be a major shift in the job market. More and more people who are understanding the AI or understanding the recent technologies will be given a priority. So that is what is going to change. If you are really interested in lab work, then I'll suggest you to look more into genetic engineering. Then if you are slightly into engineering aspect, you can look into bioprocess engineering, fabrication or manufacturing of biocompatible materials. Then the world is moving away from animal testing. So if you are interested in alternative models, that is one area where you can, where there is a huge potential in.
Any other doubts? Any more clarifications required or anything? Line up? Okay, thank you, Dr. Nidhin, for sharing your experience, for sharing about your activities segment. Now I ask Ruchita to conclude the session.
Thank you, sir, for the insight to various projects and applications. I extend my sincere thanks to our honored resource person, Dr. Nidhin Sreekumar, for taking time from his busy schedule and for sharing his expertise talk. My gratitude also goes to Principal and to Dr. Manjunath BK, Head of Biotechnology Department, for his efforts in organizing this event. I extend my deep sense of appreciation to all the faculties and fellowmates for their active involvement. Once again, thank you everyone for making this session a great success.
So I thank the institute and the HOD for giving me this opportunity, and I thank Dr. Intulekha for inviting me. So thank you everyone for your patience 1 hour. Thank you.
Thank you.